Hey folks, it's Shane. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. The Yaesu FT891 is an extremely popular radio with parks on the air, and for good reason. This thing is affordable, compact, and packs a lot of punch. In this video, I'm going to dive into my thoughts on this radio and how I have it set up for parks on the air and the occasional summits on the air. The Yaesu FT891 has been around for a while and is a very popular portable radio for both mobile use in a vehicle and portable out in the field. The 891 is a very popular radio with parks on the air activators and others who enjoy portable radio and mobile radio. This size and form is perfect for mounting permanently in a vehicle. It is great for parks on the air from a picnic table, and it's even good enough for backpacking for a hike-in type activation. While not an ideal weight for that, it can do quite well. Now, while this radio is made for mobile and portable use, one can't rule it out as a decent option for your shack. If you're just getting into HF and you don't have a rig set up yet, I would definitely put this on your checkout list of radios to review. And there are several reasons why I say that. First off is the price. For a quality 100-watt radio, you're not going to find one that's more affordable than this. And while it doesn't have a great display and all the filters and a decent menu, it gets the job done. It has a great receiver, and it's 100 watts in a small package. So if you're going for a minimalist look, this would be definitely one to look at. And the more you get into the hobby and find out that maybe contesting is the way for you, you can upgrade to a nicer radio for that and still have this for portable use or sell it off. All right, with all that overview out of the way, let's go over exactly how I have mine set up. Now, I have some accessories on it, and by no means do I think any of these are mandatory for most people, although having rails is a mandatory for me because I am clumsy. And there's a chipmunk. The rails that I have, and I have them on most of my radios I take out in the field, are from Portable Zero. They're made from aluminum, and they're just exceptional quality in my opinion. For the 818, they have two styles. One where the rail comes up straight, and this model I have here where they're flared out. The straight ones are nicer for packing things into say a go box of some sort, but with the flared out versions, you have a little more access to get your fingers around the knobs. A nice touch in my opinion. Now there's other options for rails out there. There's another style that I'm looking into for a different radio, and you can get them out of different materials. You can even 3D print your own. That's a good option too. Some people will argue that the plastic rails will just break when you drop them, but I would consider that to be a sacrificial part. If your 3D printed rail breaks, you just print off another one. Now the other accessories I have on this rail are on the back side. The Anderson power pole connection, which replaced the stock connector from the factory. I like this a lot. It's a nice clean look. I use Anderson power poles on everything. Just a way to go for me. The other thing is I have a adapter to go to BNC. I BNC pretty much every radio I have for a multitude of reasons. Mainly convenience, keeps everything the same. Most of my field antennas and coax is BNC. For a station that I'm setting up and taking apart quite often, BNC is the way to go. It saves wear and tear, reduces the chances of cross-threading, and it's just quick. So, a convenience thing for me. Again, all those things are not needed. They just make my life a little easier. Now on the rails, you notice I have a few things strapped onto them with the Velcro holders. One is the microphone for the radio. A drawback of this style of rail is I cannot take the head unit off the 891. So with it always being on, I just put a little keeper to kind of stow it a little bit better. And I also have on the other side, with that same Velcro, is a length of a power cord. So that way I always have the power cord with me for whatever application I'm going to be using the radio. Now for storage, I keep the radio in this repurposed stuff sack from Thermarest. It's meant to be a clothes bag that can be reversed. It has the nice water resistant fabric on the outside and a fleece like material on the inside. The idea is you can use this as a pillow as well. Just turn it inside out, put your clothes back in. Never really used it because it was kind of a pain, but it works great to store my radio. I keep it in this all the time to kind of keep the dust off of it. It goes into whatever pack I'm carrying the radio in, whether it's working out my vehicle, a picnic table, or a backpack. This just goes with my modular kit. One thing I did to this bag is I cut a little hole through it underneath this little flap, so that way I can run my power and coax through that little hole and keep the radio protected from weather if there's a need to do that. So that's about it. I keep things pretty modular. I like to use the Anderson power poles and the BNC connectors, as I mentioned. That way I can adapt quickly to be working out of the vehicle, working on a picnic table, or going on a backpack hiking. So 891, fantastic rig. Check it out if you don't have one. And hope you found this video interesting. Catch you later. 73.